What is up, my nerds? Thanks for coming on and joining us for another fantastic episode. This is episode number 39. Hope you're all excited because I know me and Rod are. Right now, it is Monday, August 24th here in the JP time. It is 12:48. I'm skipping lunch. I actually had a late breakfast, so I'll be good for this one. My name's MJ. I'm always accompanied by my brother in arms, Rod. Dama, what's up, my man?
Yo, nerds, what's going down? We're here again, episode 39.
Yep.
It's, for me, it's Sunday, 10 to 9 p.m.
All right, day of the Sabbath.
Yeah, we're hanging out. Day after KWC.
Yes, that just
got
happened.
that after sake party glow going on me here, if you
All right,
will.
nice.
And, you know, as usual, if you guys clicked on the link, you probably already figured out that there's not just the two of us in here. We got our very special guest today, the one, the only Mr. Kris Bosch.
Kris Bosch.
Hey, what up? What up, nerds? How's it going, guys?
Yes,
glad to be on.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for taking the time to come talk with us, buddy.
Yeah, of course.
We've had you
so down.
We've had you on the list of continuously this growing guest list that me and Rod have been creating. And of course you've been one of the top names in there. And it just made sense to really reach out to you right now in these times because of this recent announcement that happened, the big news.
Yeah.
Big news. Soul popped the question to you, Bosch.
Dude, I mean, it's honestly, it's an honor to be on the Soul Squad, you know, coming in and joining that group. It's been under wraps, you know, like I've been on there talking with them for a couple months now, you know, just getting to know the guys and, you know, us just scheming on what to do, how to do this stuff, you know, and it's been an awesome experience kind of being under the ground, but because I was sponsored to some level, but just unannounced for like 2.5-3 months easily.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I'm just scheming, you know, and just really, I was working on an edit. Quarantine kind of slowed that process down, you know, work and quarantine and not being able to go outside of my yard for like a while.
Dude, I would think quarantine would accelerate everyone's editing right now.
I mean, I still was working full time. So,
okay.
Yeah. During this whole thing, I've been working nonstop. But yeah, it's just like, you know, not being able to go film and like get that vibe of being at some sick shot, you know, and like, you know, some nature shot where you lace it now, like, you know, it's like you go out in your yard, if you don't land it, you got the next day, big deal.
Right.
You know, so there's, and you know, that's why the whole edit's actually filmed in my yard. Nice. Pretty much. And like on my street.
That's good. Dude, what about the close up of all the kendamas that's like in your garden?
Yeah, it's actually this little back walkway that's just like really naturey and with some vines and stuff. So that's all just straight up right outside my room, around the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a very personal touch to that new edit.
Definitely.
That's good. Now there was some, of course, classic Bosch style tricks in there, which I was so excited when you were messing around with like the contortion, like behind the back jam, like. My arms were just like up, like I won the marathon. Like that was so
man.
Great
you know,
to see.
Hell yeah.
You know, I definitely take my time. Like I don't know, I have my book. I write down some tricks, some thoughts, some ideas, whatever. Yeah. Start messing around with it, and then all of a sudden I'll have 4 of them done, 5 of them done, filmed and ready, and then I'm like, all right, now I need to get that spacewalk trick or something like that, and you know, that's what comes to mind. When I think of spacewalk tricks, that's what I do. So it wasn't hard to think of. I literally just like, I need a spacewalk trick, walk down the yard, you know, start throwing the kendama around up in there. And all of a sudden was throwing a double lightning drop to behind the back. And like, all right, cool. That's how I'm starting in it. That's how it started. And then it just grew. And it's how it's always been with those type of tricks. Other tricks are a lot different, you know, like go in with that straight mindset of exactly what to do. That spacewalks are just whatever happens for the good first 20 minutes. Transform it into something.
Just the flow of it and where your body is. You're like, okay, maybe I can catch with this hand. I can catch. Yeah. Oh, dude. But then the precision of like that, the cushion, inward stilts.
Oh, that was another one. I've been messing around with the singles back from Co days. Grant Sloth gave me a Dama dare way back then, and I did it on one of the All American Co's for an Instagram clip. I think it's like my Man, it's in the early Instagram clips that I have. And I just like remember for some reason I like thought of that and I was like, all right, I want to do a double and started doing doubles and it got pretty good at doubles. And I was like, all right, I want to try triple. It took a while, landed a couple triples. I was like, classic thought. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Just keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course I don't know. In the video, it's definitely hard to see. My GoPro it messed me over, screwed me over a little bit. It shot everything in 30 frame when I was filming in 60. I don't know if it was my export or my import on it. Weird. So it all came out 30 frame, but my triple Typhoon cushion.
Yes.
Stankflip. Man, if I would have been in 60 frame, I would have been so hyped, but things happen, so you just roll with it.
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. Technology sometimes is your worst enemy. And you never know until it's all said and done. Which is like the worst part.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, get back to being announced on Soul. Like, I've known Chad since Kenko, like early days. And Chad's been a homie for sure. And I had my little dormant period. And right when I came back, I was like, all right, I bought a couple Chromes. I bought a couple Souls and stuff. Yeah. And, just started feeling out. And Chad, like, always would add an extra Dama in, he'd throw an extra Dama in there. And then, like, write a note for sure. Like, dude, if I could find him right now, I think I have like 30 notes from Chad from just like right when I got back in. Like,
nice. You held on to them.
It's so sick. Huh?
You held on to those notes.
Oh yeah. I believe they're in a box in the other room.
Hell yeah.
Nice. With a whole bunch of little keepers.
Nice. Was the note, did he write the note on the cardboard box? Because I know like a lot of people in the kendama shipping side of the whole company. Yeah, they just write on the box.
That was definitely the style. He wrote it, so most of them on like stickers or like the Sakura Festival flyer before it got canceled. He was handing those out and stuff.
Oh nice. Yeah.
And so some of those, and then just like stickers and stuff. It's a couple on the box, but mostly on stickers, so it's a lot easier to keep. I didn't have to cut off a huge cardboard box chunk and keep.
Yeah,
made it a lot easier.
Yeah, dude, but yeah, so that announcement was crazy. Of course, the lead up to it, Soul was posting on their SNS a lot, like you're not ready for it, like tune in. I mean, they had the premiere for it, and it was just so rad to see that some OG that was shredding, that has placed in top 3 in old competitions when they were starting to get rolling, is back in the scene, because there's there's so much shit that happened with Kenko. I think a lot of people know about it. There might be some fresh people who don't really know the whole story, but it's after Kenko broke, there was some flames that continued, but then like those embers also died out.
Yeah.
So to see you rolling through that whole process and then finally finding like a solid, vehicle to continue your career, I guess, with kendama is just so awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, right after Kenko though, I had P&W for a little bit.
Yes,
and
that's true too. Yeah.
But that like fizzed out pretty quick. Some miscommunications here and there, and it fizzed out, and then got caught up in some adult life stuff, and then found my way back to kendama. Like, it never left. Like, I was still playing, daily, just definitely not as enthusiastic and, as in his determined to want to like go do something. Wasn't filming. I was just jamming around, throw a double whirlwind, triple whirlwind here, like, and then set it down and be like done for the day type of thing.
Yeah.
And not the case anymore. It's hard to set it down again. And I love it, dude. It's like, it's definitely like a fresh start for sure again.
So what was happened in your life to have Dama come back in to be a kind of major part?
So actually I went through so it's pretty much like my life got a little hectic, moved from Colorado, moved back to Washington, which was chill. My lady's here with me, and, I got just a little lost in being an adult, going a little crazy here and there. And actually what kind of flipped for me is I made a life decision and I completely stopped drinking any alcohol. It's been over a year and a half now.
Nice. Good on you, dude.
Completely stopped smoking marijuana. I stopped doing all that.
Yeah.
I went totally clean. Like, don't have anything in my life right now that's like toxic like that to me, like it's fine for other people, but it's toxic to me.
Truly. Yeah.
And kendama became that filler again. Like that's how it started too with me. It was like I was skating and got hurt. Kendama filled my need to go skate. And then this kendama once again was that was there for me, man. Was just waiting to pop in and be like, yo, I got you, buddy. I got you. Yeah. And hopped in again and took over the reins, man, and brought me to sanity kind of again. And, you know, and now I'm sitting here with my fiance. I'm engaged and stuff. So
yeah, congrats.
Yeah, it's been an awesome life change, you know, and I took it all positive. So it's been just definitely for the best in all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
And that's what brought me back to kendama, was just like, it grabbed me and it filled in for me. And I was just like, all right, dude, I was down to play every day again. And
hell yeah.
And pretty much, yeah, like soul was there the whole time. You know, I was getting some soul, buying some and having a couple dropped in, and then started throwing some Instagram clips out, and Chad would share them on the Soul Kendama's page. And I get that little hype, you know, like that new feeling to kendama when someone posts your clip, dude. It's just like, man, all right, I got to go film again. Like I want to go get another clip right now. Yeah. And then just like the feedback from the community too. Like the community fed my fire to grow even more, you know, and just want to do 100% kendama when I can, you know.
Right.
I still work full time, but I'm still a 28-year-old adult.
Yeah.
But you know, I play kendama every single day for a good majority of the day.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's what it was back before when you were working for Kenko, right? It was
100. Oh man,
almost.
Yeah,
more.
Kenko was definitely a lot of kendama.
Yeah,
100%, a lot of kendama.
And those shop edits definitely speak volumes.
Right,
dude, those shop edits were so fun to make. So much goon stuff going on. It was.
Oh yeah. We had D-Ro on here a few episodes back, and he was talking about those edits in that time a little bit too, saying, like kind of fondly remembering. So you guys were just on the grind,
man,
just like pushing each other out there, just grinding.
Yeah, and having people just come visit, like Cannon would come visit, or Dakota would come visit, or you know, something like that, and everyone's hyped for that whole week. You know, it's just like a constant vibe going around, and having the Boulder, like Bonds would come up from Boulder, you know, and be at the shop and be like, yeah, dude, and that vibe would just get passed around, and everyone would be like, time to lace, and it happened. You know, it was so sick.
Hell yeah.
Is there any behind the scenes information you can give us about the golf cart guy that would drive around?
Oh, dude, the security guard. I'm blanking his name. He was super chill. He would always say, like, he'd always do that wave, you know, just that nonchalant, like, what's up? I think that's edit 10 when he rolls by.
Yes.
He's just like, hey. Yeah, he'd always say, what's up? He never like stopped and talked to us. Honestly, our biggest friendship outside of everyone that was in the shop was the UPS guy.
Yeah,
Mark. He's just hella badass. He'd always come in, tell us about all these like pinball machines that he'd be buying and like fixing and shit. And like, just a super gangster like guy.
That's
like, super dope.
So where was the actual location? Because I don't understand why there was a security guard. Like, I know kendamas were pretty hot pieces back in the day when you couldn't get them in the U.S.
Yeah, he was like it was in a building complex. So there's like a whole bunch of different little businesses in the same area. Like there's 2 different buildings, like 10 different offices. And we were like one of the larger ones, one of the bigger ones. But there's also an apartment complex right across from us.
Oh, okay.
Like our big bay door would open and you would literally see like an apartment complex. And it was the Covington apartment complex. So Chad would always get some dumb joke to him. Hey, Chad, we're staying at your apartment complex, you know, like something like that would always spill out. But yeah, and that's actually for the first year, almost 2 years. It's like a little more than a year and a half. That's where we all stayed, was in an apartment over in the other side of the apartment complex.
Oh wow!
So it's super close. I'd skate to work all the time, you know. Walk my dog Bear to work, and he'd just chill in the shop with us. Yeah, dude.
So was that a good thing or a bad thing, you think, being so close to the office?
Definitely a good thing, because you know, we were never late. It was pretty easy to get there, and like we were pretty punctual on our attendance.
Nice.
And if you didn't show up, like, you know, and Lecture Sam came by. They're just like, oh, they're at the apartment.
Yeah, right.
It's right there.
But that's good.
Maybe that's a negative. I don't know.
Right. It seems like that would be possibly one of the negatives of it. So how old were you when you started working for Kenko?
Started working for Kenko when I was 21.
Wow.
And how long were you playing kendama at that point?
I've been playing 2 years, almost 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was coming up on the 2 year.
Oh, shit.
Because, man, no, I don't even play. Yeah, like a year and a half, I think.
Right.
Is what it was.
And then you were already on the team, right?
Yeah, so, what happened was, started playing early 2012, and that was all because of the skateboard injury. I messed up my ligaments in my my knee, my meniscus and stuff. And so, I just, kendama came in and, man, it was at Hoopfest, 2011,
basketball
I think.
Festival?
Yeah, in Spokane. Hoopfest, basketball, huge event in Spokane. And Kenko came down and vended at the thing. And that's when Sam pulled me aside and was like, yo, so we made a decision. And this is after Kenko entries, and Dan already knew he was sponsored by this time. And Sam pulled me aside and was like, yo, so we're gonna put you on the pro team. And so that's how I got the spot. It was like literally in person. It wasn't even like an email. And I was just like beyond bonkered in my head, dude. Just mind boggled of what just happened.
Yeah, and you weren't even
so hyped,
expecting anything of it. Did you even enter?
No.
In the video contest?
Yeah, no, I entered, yeah.
And then they just didn't contact you. They just waited like, oh, we'll see him at the Hoops.
They hadn't made an
rally.
announcement at all yet. They hadn't made an announcement at all. I think the announcement came it was like a week later is when they did the online announcement of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so he just did it in person that year. And I just remember that first night they all stayed at. No, that was Spowtown. Never mind. They were staying at my house, but that was a funny time too. But it was just like, dude, I was like geeking, like little kid geeking when he told me. And, he like handed me a Kenko shirt. I put the Kenko shirt on. I was like, I'm never taking this off. Like, this big old dude, ear to ear grin. It was hilarious.
Oh man! So that was after you entered the Sponsor Me Sweets contest, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which you made it to round 2 in.
Yep. Sweet sponsorship went to round 2. That was definitely an awesome experience, dude. Because I that's how I definitely got my name out there, and that and the grip entry, the first year grip, when I won the grip contest.
When we won the grip contest.
We won the grip contest.
Oh shit! What was it? A tie?
Yeah. No, it was. He wasn't on the pro circuit. Yeah, he won the AM, and I won the pro.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we both won.
Yeah. And
did you get the grips yet? Are they in your possession?
Oh, from that year, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not from the latest year though. That one's still waiting to hear back from Luke on that one. If you're listening, Luke, still waiting, bud.
I've been waiting.
I sent
I
my
was
old
definitely
pro mods to grip, one of the Purple Heart maple laminate LBBs. I sent him one of those to grip. And I got second that year, and Bonds won, and Bonds sent him one of his pro models at the time. And I know Bonds is also, he's like, I want to send him one of my new ones now. Like, fuck. And so,
but anyways. So it's, Sweets round 1, round 2. That was an awesome experience, just another reason to go out and film and grind and put some footy out. And that was the first time, honestly, some people that are big, good and big names like Cooper Eddy, Norcross, obviously, and stuff where I first got zoned in on their play style and started taking some of their tricks and some of their style and picking off other people's ideas. And so that was definitely fuel to the fire to enter the Kenko sponsorship too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So at the time, were you playing a lot of Kenkos? They're in your area. That's where you grew up, huh?
Yeah. I mean, with Dan being around, that and Sweets were the only things I had. I actually hadn't played a KUSA Dama for a good 2 years, 2 years into my career in kendama.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then Yeah, then I got one from that Spokane shop. Man, now I'm gonna forget its name. It was like a longboard shop, dude. It was a super dope shop because that's how we did Spotown, was because of them.
Oh,
and I can't remember their name. Wow, I feel bad that I can't remember that right now.
It happens.
Yeah.
Because I just asked because, everyone always talks about the Ko's Damas being not the greatest. And even everyone on the team is saying like, yeah, whatever. But like, you don't really need a good kendama. There's the whole talks about we don't need paint. We don't need sticky paint. We got, these gurs that you got to really like beat in. You got to put in the work. And then you get that tack and stuff. So,
yeah,
just hearing about, or I want to hear what your take on it was. Are you on the side of like just messing around, or did you actually think the kendamas were shitty? Where you're like, whatever, I have the skill enough to do what I want to do.
I mean, with the kodamas, I never thought they were like shitty or anything, but like my perspective was still just like, this is the company that's like, or when I was just jamming them at first, like my first kendama was a mama kendama, or it was a TK16, and then I got mama kendamas. But I don't know, I never really thought of an Americanized kendama to be as good as a Japanese kendama because it's a Japanese skill toy at that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was playing, I didn't have the highest expectation going into playing with them. But yeah, we definitely had the mentality of, if you play the sticky dama, it's like, that's weak. You got to earn this. You got to earn the tackiness, which is a mentality that's long gone.
Oh, yeah, hella gone.
Which kendamas evolve, so it's fine. But yeah, back then it was, you got to earn it. You got to beat the crap out of that gur, get it all nice and sticky, rub your hand oils on it, friggin' put it in your armpit, whatever you needed to do to get it to be that.
Before we started licking bevels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is before the bevel licking for sure.
Yeah, it was, you just rub your sweat in it or some shit.
Yep. Oh yeah. But yeah, kodamas, going back, like, dude, I still have like a whole bunch of fresh Kens and stuff. And like just looking at my old kodamas and my old sweets damas, definitely on the shankier side of the ballpark for like quality wise.
Right.
But like you said, man, we got it put in our hands, dude. I was gonna do whatever I'm gonna play the fuck out of this thing. Like, I don't give a shit at all.
Yeah. And definitely at the time there was no other choice, pretty much. Choice of different types of paint or sizes of cups like there are now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you had that. It was what you got for sure. And then at the time, Kusa didn't have anything besides a little metal
tributes.
String hole. Yeah, the tributes. And man, that thing with my play style back then, that thing would be loose in a second. I'd just go insane listening to it going.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not good for that. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of that, you mentioned you filmed a trick on like the All-American Kenko. Kenko was the first to officially make an American-made kendama in America, so like fully American, right?
Oh no shit! I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
we had the Damas, they just weren't released for a bit, and I think I don't know if the homegrown came out first or not.
Oh shit! It was really close to the same time for sure, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was all so close, and I remember there's some slack and some flack that happened around that too.
Yeah.
Rumors and this stuff, but I don't know. It's nothing that like I know for sure, so it's not details I spread. But
Fair enough.
those All-Americans, I don't know how to explain it.
I have my like memory vision of the All-American Kenkos is like, to be blunt, is I remember it being the worst kendama fucking ever. Honestly,
dude,
they
I was trying to say that, but just not with those words.
I can see that. I'll say it for you, buddy. They were fucking shit. We have one on the wall at the terrace shop, and it's like there's like no bevel on the hole. It's like a flat fucking bevel. The spike is pretty nubby. The one we have is like really light and weird.
Oh, dude, every one of them, the cherry wood is like fucking 58 grams.
Oh, yeah,
55 grams.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a fucking not a great dom even for back then.
Yeah,
it's like,
and like, granted, it was a product that we sold, so I have a couple Instagram clips on it trying to push them.
Yeah.
Trying to do what I was sponsored for.
Yeah, man. But I mean, sometimes you got to do that, I guess. But
yeah, and dude, honestly, the thought process that went into the All Americans, I just know for a fact was like, they didn't take the time that was necessary. It was a rush project. Like, I'm pretty sure there was words of like Sweets wanting to do an All-American type kendama. So the product was just pushed through. Like, fuck it, push it through.
Trying to win the Cold War.
Yeah, the base cup's like this. The base cup's like that. Oh, it doesn't need to be a cup. Fuck that. No, we're good. So, like, just 100%. And like, you can't handle stall on that thing.
No.
Like.
Wow.
It was bevel. Like that instead of fuck. I don't even know if I have any anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that being said, though, those were pretty trash. But I remember the rest of the other Kenko stuff being pretty solid. Like just the regular line, like the fucking the stripe Zens. Everybody fucking knows the stripe Zens. Those were hyped up online so hard. There was forever like the Kenko fanboy squad on fucking FKC.
Oh yeah, the stripes Zen was the holy grail.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter what you were like. I could post one of my Kens I made like in 2020 and like this beautiful like handmade kendama. People are like, stripes Zen's better. Give me a stripes Zen, because they're just about it. Like that's sick, but it's not a stripes Zen.
Dude, we just did not capitalize on that once. So. Fucking ever.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I wonder how much of the demand was there back in the day, compared to now.
Oh, it was. I mean, dude, it was giant. Like, we had emails. I just remember going through our email box, and every day was a different wholesaler, online customer asking, like, when do you get those in stock? Yeah. When do you get this in stock? And we're just like sitting there with our thumbs up our ass, dude. Like, we're told in 2 months, and then like 6 months later, it's when do you get them in stock? It's like we never got them.
Fuck. And you guys, and that was just stock like at the end though. There was Kenko never died for like a year. There was like, we have this. They were just releasing $5 Damas. Everybody's going, what the fuck? Stop doing that. We can't sell Damas if you're selling $5 Damas. What the fuck?
just fucking flooded the market for its value.
I'm sure all
that's liquidation.
Sitting here shaking their heads listening to this. Like, I remember that.
And that's what I guess that's what you do in a liquidation sale. But still,
it seemed to work,
right?
Yeah.
But Bosch, I wanted to ask you within Kenko, how much of a say did you have within the marketing,
of a say?
Putting teams together, going on tours, creating Dama designs?
Not a huge say. Like with the Dama design, we were trying to get this new design out, and it was definitely like a team effort. With the team selecting people, that was definitely the squad. Like I had a good say in that. That was Dan and I pretty much. Picking people that were well suited. Yeah. And then with marketing and stuff, not so much of a say at all. That kind of fell in John's hands when John Aiken was on board. And that was like Sam and Lex. And then, like finalizing, okaying projects, and saying no to other stuff that would have worked, but we never know if it would have worked. We don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't go through. But not so much say in the marketing part. Side of it, but when it came to trips and stuff, I mean there was always that's a trip we're gonna go to, like Battle with the Border. Someone's going to Battle at the Border, someone's going to Dama D, someone's going to MKO at the time, or NACO, which is now. Someone's going to every little thing, like the Vegas toys. The Vegas toy show and stuff,
Yeah.
So those were all set in stone. There was no real adding to that list. Stuff would pop up here and there. We definitely send product, and that was pretty easy to get okay. But sending people was definitely different, especially towards the end when money was the issue, of course, because it kind of was the why it went under.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And it's hard to send their sponsored players, you guys, around to different events if you don't have the funds for that.
Yeah,
exactly.
That whole thing was so. How comfortable you feel? Can we talk about it a little bit? Like just the decline. You don't need to go too detailed, but the decline of it. Like, what was the atmosphere? Because I'm sure right now, with the whole COVID thing taking over the world, killing people's jobs and, companies and so much people. Bad shit, dude. Well, yeah, fuck. But what was it like? Did you guys know about it? Were the two founders, were the brothers like kind of like hiding it from you? Or was it straight up like, this is the deal, guys? What can we do? All right,
I'll break it down. And I'll break it down in just like the simplest, not simple, I'll go into detail somewhat, but the quickest way possible. So pretty much we started getting to the point where Sam and Lex were actually going to be really serious. Came and started doing stuff a lot more legit. All right. I don't want to start talking some things. Everything became a lot more legit and rounded in more professional ways. Then, we added a couple people to continue this legit process, like put someone strictly on sales, put someone strictly on manufacturing, put someone strictly on marketing. That's when I got switched strictly to warehouse management, like doing all inventory and and doing all the shipping and stuff. And then it kind of came to an impact where they hired another person, a COO, and I believe you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
I'm not too sure. But yeah, so they hired someone from outside, completely oblivious to what kendama is and everything like that. That's where it got bumpy.
Yeah.
Is, he can't, like, I don't want to name drop. So he came in and literally like sat everyone down and started telling us like, hey, we're going to have these weekly meetings. Totally chill with that. That we're all like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's start making some moves so we can start making moves, legit,
right.
Exactly what needed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just knuckle down, make this shit fucking work for all of us so we can all excel at a way better rate.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, everything was kind of going smooth. And then shit started like little bumpy patch here. And it just wasn't handled right by anyone. Like Sam and Lex is in Taiwan. Sam's off doing his thing. And this guy's works right down the way. And so it's kind of like he was the one we had to answer to and ask about. And it was just like the vibe that was put off by him and the way it was getting accepted just wasn't meshing. And then that was brought up to Lex's attention. Then Lex was bringing that up to their attention. Then that causes, some heading. And it kind of just like ended up imploding on itself just due to them trying too hard to bring someone outside of everything. The guy was a good business person, but that doesn't mean he's a good kendama business person.
Yeah.
And, that's when like a lot more, headbutting happened and I don't know, shit like just hit the fan all of a sudden. Like I remember just coming to work one day and it was just like not the vibe of what Kendamico was. And it was very apparent, very obvious to like, I'm pretty sure everyone, it just wasn't the same vibe. And a couple weeks went by, maybe even like months, dude, and it kind of just felt like a routine of just like this vibe just being there. And then all of a sudden it was like Dan was just dick. Dan was done. Don't want to really go into that. And but then like that's when they pulled. Lex came in. He pulled us aside and was like, "Yo, company's not doing good. Like we're gonna do this. We'll offer to sell it to you guys."
Whoa.
So we had a chance at like buying Kendamico.
No shit.
Who's like the crew, like Dan, myself,
okay.
Like they offered us like John and stuff, they like kind of pitched us Kendamico as a whole, as a product and get like through, like had a number on paper.
Damn.
Like in everything. Very out of the range number, in six figures, obviously.
Yeah.
And so this is like right after Gur went public about some of the shit, you know, like
yeah.
The Facebook kendama community was kind of like getting a hold of some of this information that was out there that was to be determined, true or not true type of stuff.
Right.
And just, you know, really it started eating away at everyone. And then so it kind of just crumbled from like the inside after all of that, like mixing and matching of like just trying to do too much at too quick. Yeah. We knew like, and it all was because like there was a serious money issue that we were 100% oblivious to. We had no clue of, you know. I knew money was spent frugally in an inappropriate manner sometimes, but not as much as it was. And
yeah, it's not like the brothers were coming around in like a Mercedes all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, exactly, dude. Like, yeah, never saw that type of switch or anything, you know, and stuff. So it was it caught us off guard at first, but then, you know, like you run the numbers, you look at some shit, you look at like what other people are doing, and like, yeah, I can see it. I can see that. And yeah, it kind of just went from there. From, you know, the FKC kind of, we got some bad dudes, some bad fucking like bad talk, you know, like there's a lot of stuff going around. I'm 100% sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And like all of us were oblivious to this until like this became a thing. Until like Gur found out and started calling us out for not telling him. And we're just like, what are you talking about? Wow. Then we get told this information, and we're just like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what are you talking? What? And so, yeah, then it kind of just moved forward in a very shitty way. And that's what, and it all fell apart.
Yeah.
And like everyone's desire to want to fight to keep it going was very, very small.
Right. So it's, and yeah. So it was just like a few months of trying to flip this coin to be a better side for the company. Everyone's has the energy, motivation to work forward to continue on this journey of keeping Kenko alive, this awesome company that you guys were just having fun with, but you understood you needed to like, yeah, right. But you understood that you needed to, you know, get a little more serious. Everyone was young at the time. That's a pretty bold move to try to start a company and stuff. And there was good parts, which I'm sure you guys were so stoked about. Like, you know, when I know in Japan, when Bonds won the first World Cup, like everyone in Japan like was like, how can
Bonds won that?
Yeah, I actually heard I heard that you told him how to win that actually.
Oh no.
I heard there was a little
we were practicing in the back, and I mentioned, I was just like, he was doing his run, I was doing my run, and I was just like, dude, start with the gunslinger, man. Instant 12 points right off the bat. And he beats me by 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's rough.
Seriously, I mean, that was something I have in my notes I wanted to touch upon. But okay, I mean, that's the Kenko story, guys, all you listeners. That's a part of not the video Kenko story on YouTube.
Yeah, the story of Kenko.
Yeah. This is one of the fallout of Kenko. Thanks, Bosch, for releasing such, you know, deep information that I think might be a little hard for you to talk about possibly.
Yeah.
But it's a thing that happens, and hopefully we can all learn from it. But let's hook over to what you just mentioned, because yes, I had it listed here. I was going to start off saying, what is this second place blues feel like for you in 2014?
Oh man, I was hyped, dude. I didn't even care that I got second. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm salty about looking back is second wasn't a cash prize back then like it is now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I got a 0 goose egg.
Yeah.
All for that fucking whirlwind, eh? Or the gunslinger, sorry.
Just for the gunslinger.
No, the gunslinger, yeah.
I mean, it was so fresh for everybody.
I'm not taking away from Bonds' win at all. Like Bonds fucking won that thing. Like Bonds won that thing. Yeah. He did it. And I was like, it was beyond stoked for us to just like go there as a group and just like take 1-2, you know. And I believe Dan ended up getting like 11th, you know. So like it was dope. It was
hell yeah.
It was hella fucking sick.
Yeah, you guys were crushing that year.
Yeah, that experience, like even getting second, you know. Yeah, could have got first. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know, that's always gonna be there.
Yeah,
over it. Like I'm hyped. I still have the little my scorecard, 846, chilling in my barn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How'd you do during the Ken game that year? You know how they did during the break time?
Dude, actually,
to get those
so the
points?
game with the cards, the game of Ken. Dude, I played 3 games. I played 3 games only, not knowing it was that serious.
Oh shit!
I actually dipped out, walked down to the 7-Eleven, got a sandwich, some beer, and I think like. Yeah, and then like walked back, and it was like a group of us, like 4 of us, you know, and totally didn't know that. And the only person I played 3 games and didn't lose, and I took one of Bonds' cards, and I think I pissed him off. I still have it.
nice, because he won that challenge.
Yeah, I was the only one to beat him. I have 3 of his cards.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Dude, yeah, I forgot about that. For anyone who doesn't know what that was about, it was basically a mini game set up in the middle of the KWC, like during an intermission, where you were playing games of Ken with other players, and you had a stack of cards that every time
with your name.
Yeah, with your name on it, exactly. And every time you got a letter, you had to give them, like, you'd win that person's card, and then you'd have a stack of cards, and you like add up the points from it. I forget how the points worked on it.
Dude, I'm not too sure how the points work.
Yeah.
It was either like you got like a 5 or 10 point thing for each card, or it went by what your qualifying score was, I think, or something like that.
Oh.
Because you had to write your name and your score on the card, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could go grab them. They're a ways away.
I was about to say, I was just looking down. I was like, I think I have mine somewhere too. I remember that Mimaway design on one side.
Yeah, I know exactly where they are.
Yeah, that was a cool little thing. I didn't know it was a serious thing either, because I didn't.
Dude, yeah.
I think I might have been with you going to the store, honestly.
Dude, you probably were. You and Rick, man. I'm pretty sure it's you, Rick, Dan, and I.
That sounds
and we
like
walked down there.
The obvious squad.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's like it was the first one when no one was really like explaining in English all of the events.
Exactly.
And then, you know, even Weens, when he was getting the information from Tomotsu or Yuka, it's like a lot was lost in translation. I remember a lot of the players from overseas just like, so what do we do now? This room's really hot.
Yeah.
Like what? Like,
yeah, dude, I'm sweating. Like, where can we go?
There's no space.
Is there food?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
nice. 100%.
So that was your first time in Japan?
Very first time, yep.
Nice. And same with Dan and Bonds.
Oh yeah, all of us. Yeah, we flew there, and that was just a crazy, mind-altering, melting experience.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just thinking, like, that was like, I think the second time that I met you guys, maybe, because I'll never forget the first time. I don't know if you remember the first time we met, but it was at MKO, and I remember.
I remember, but I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember if we met at the event, but I know we met at Sweets' house, because I remember you and Bonds finishing a bottle of that dark Kraken rum. Yeah, and you guys like thought it was a 2.6, but it was a 40-pounder or whatever. So
dude, we thought it was a pint and it was a fucking gal. Or like you thought it was a 5th and it was a gal.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys were just fucking wasted, and you're out in the backyard like throwing up and shit. And I was bringing you water and like paper towels for your fucking throw up and shit. It was so funny.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but I do recall being told this.
That was the same night that was when Norks won that year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the year Norks won.
So that was the year Norks got fucking iced in front of everyone. That was in Sweets' kitchen. That was epic as fuck.
Yep.
I don't know if you were alive for that or not, but
yeah, no, I was. Yeah, I was definitely alive for that. Dude, the passing out didn't happen because that happened pretty early. I forgot who iced him.
It was Sweets. He got everybody in he made a big announcement. He fucking was like, yo, everybody get in here. Okay. Like, Norks like did a really good job today. Like, just want to like give you a shout out. And Norks is all just like, oh, like just loving it. And he's all stoked. And then Sweets gives him this box. I just want to present you with this, man. And he opens it up, and it's a big fucking like 1 liter bottle of fucking Smirnoff Ice. And I'm just like, oh, what? Like my Norks, but he fucking got on one knee and drank it.
Yeah, he champed it. He champed it. But yeah, no, I do recall being in the bathroom for a little bit at one point. Like there's some brown area where I have like a couple vague memories of like Shane helping me.
Oh yeah.
Like carrying me. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time I met you guys. I remember him being like, these guys are fucking rowdy.
Bad impression. Bad impression.
No, we've all been there, but it's not so bad. No judgment.
Right. But I feel like that's something that Kenko had as a strong characteristic in the team.
Oh, the party squad. For sure.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely. So then, it's coming over to Japan, continuing this party squad.
Japan, like, dude, going there and just like knowing, I went in just like knowing I cannot be like that too. Like, I knew I had to like be respectful and just like don't do stupid shit. That's what I kept telling myself. Just don't do stupid shit. Like, don't do. If you think it's okay in America, it's not okay here.
Yeah,
like if I have a thought about it not being okay, just don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people didn't have that same.
I was gonna say it's too bad not everybody shared your mindset. But, well, maybe not at all times, anyways.
Yeah.
So we went to Kendama World Cup, got second, but still an awesome time. I'm sure your first time in Japan. This, of course, the first World Cup. Everyone's just stoked beyond belief for everyone.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Then a few months later, come back for the first Catch and Flow.
Yep. And came back for Catch and Flow. Honestly, that's where Rod and I like really homied out with sweets and stuff too. We had a good week-long adventure of like chilling around. Yeah. But dude.
The three of us went to Matsumoto that trip, didn't we?
Yep, went to Matsumoto, went to the castle,
Dude, yeah, that was the first year they had the beer festival that we went to, the beer festival at the castle. Oh, that was so sick.
Yeah, that photo is still like my timeline photo on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is.
And we were the first guests to stay in the haunted glow can house.
Ooh, is it haunted?
That dude, Zawa, they got rid of it because like it was fucking haunted.
Yeah, it was fucking with Zawa and shit. I think even
Kota
stayed there for a little bit before they got rid of it.
Yeah, Kota was living there too. Yeah, and they were like, dude, like weird shit would happen and like, The other thing they always talk about is it being haunted, and one of us left a banana on the top shelf in the fucking cupboard, and they fucking didn't know it was there till they were like moving out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Coda has a video of Zawa fucking like picking up this goo that used to be a banana, and Zawa's like doing the classic Zawa, like, he's fucking holding this goo. Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, so came back for Catch and Flow. Get back to it. Get back to where we were.
Yeah, sorry.
Dude, that was fucking awesome because got to go to Tokyo. Like, dude, going to like Shibuya and Akihabara was like fucking so sick.
Yeah, right. That's when you know, like, best. It's like you're in Japan. Like when you go to Hatsukaichi, like it's a lot. It's very countryside. It doesn't seem like what the stereotypical kind of vision of Japan is.
Yeah, it's not like the iconic like visual Japan kind of thing, right?
Not going to where they in like, you know, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift and shit.
Yeah,
where they go to that like intersection, and we're standing at that intersection. I'm just like, dude, this shit's dope.
Yeah. Taking it all in.
Yeah,
but that was another first for a competition that turned into be a really big worldwide kind of competition. And you came in. Oh, I think you came in second. Oh, no, that's right.
No, you got third. Yeah, Taiga got second.
Yeah. Kris, you came in third.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and Bonds and I had to go at it for third and fourth.
That's what it was, dude.
Yeah, and I came in third.
Yeah. So were you stoked? Were you like, fuck yeah? Like,
dude, I was hyped.
That's right, Bonds. Again. You got first thing. I got to get above you on this one.
Yeah, I honestly, I was like, I got to take Bonds out. Like,
right.
Like, you know, there was that internal like beef, but not like I wasn't having it like out.
Right,
I was like, I got to do this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But yeah, getting third, you know, after it set it in, and I was just like, man, well, at least I placed in both things in Japan this time. Like, you know, this year, 2014 was a good year. You know, second and third. Hey, that's pretty fucking legit for me.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. Like, so, you know, I was still pretty hyped. And then just kind of the whole after sesh, like the dude, I ended up being there for 32 days, I think. in total.
Oh wow!
So, or it was like something like that. It was like the longest experience I've been out of America.
Wow,
for sure. So I've been to Denmark for like 28 days, and yeah, this is just like a crazy long time to be outside of America, and just like that Rod and Sweets made it epic because like, you know, had the homies to mosh around with, and
dude, yeah,
went through some long ass car rides.
Oh yeah, was that the plan from the beginning to stay so long?
No, not at all.
Oh, what happened?
Plan was to go back when Bonds went back. Bonds went back like a week, 2 weeks before, like a week and a half or two before me, and he had to get back because he was moving out of his lodge that he was. He worked at this lodge and he had to move. So, or he was going to get kicked out if he didn't get back or something like that was like going on.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to dip out. Then I got the okay from Lex to stay. He wired, I forgot who it was, some money for me for like my accommodating my needs and stuff, you know, like staying around, whatever, driving, you know, all that. And luckily I had like some money still. I don't even know how much money I spend in this whole, you know, these trips. I don't know. I'm just handing out yen, like
throwing yen around.
Yeah.
Shit disappears, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, staying was definitely fucking legit. Yeah, I think Lex ended up giving me some money too, because I was like almost broke, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like you said, going to Matsumoto was freaking sick.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you do any of the like some Glow-Can events?
Yeah. We showed up. I mean, that's where it gets. We went to, I forgot what that mall was. We went to this mall for a Glow-Can event, and Sweets had some Damas there and stuff. Dude,
I remember that.
My body. So this is the night after Nobu took us to this dance rave party, and everyone's just smoking cigarettes in this place. It was called, what was it called? Asia or
Asia. Club Asia. Yeah, that was
Club Asia.
The first Catch and Flow after party, dude. That was,
yeah. So Nobu gets us all in at like a heady dope price, you know, like it's like $10 a head or something, and it's normally like 40, or something. Gets us in at this crazy deal. We're in there, and I just remember Bonds trying to mac on some like Asian chicks all the time and stuff. Like, you know, it was just like crazy going on, and everyone was smoking cigarettes in there.
Dude, they were handing out free packs of cigarettes.
Free packs of smoke.
Gross.
And there's just no windows, no doors open.
Yeah.
Smoke, like I thought they had a smoke machine on, but no, it's people smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And we wake up in this hostel. I forgot where that hostel was. But that was with like, man, all the KUSA guys were in this hostel and stuff. But I remember waking up and I just could not breathe. Like I'm asthmatic. I had it when I was young. Don't have any experience with it as an adult until like this event. Like that all happening.
I was gonna bring this up too. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I still have a photo of this shit, man. But no, so we go and I'm like having trouble breathing, and we're moshing through this whole train system. Like we're going out, and I'm carrying my 50-pound bag, you know.
Yeah.
Just like having trouble breathing. And I think it was Haley that Bish was helping me. She was like, dude, like we can stop, like slow down. Like she's like telling me I need to chill. And so was who was with it? I forgot who else was with me, dude, because I was like having I was so focused on just breathing.
Yeah.
And we finally got to this mall, and we got to this area, and I remember Bish went and grabbed me some like tea to help me drink, to help open up my lungs and stuff. And I drank this tea. It somewhat helped, and I tried to like go to these little like pharmacy things and asking for an inhaler. Like I was like, I need albuterol, and like they didn't have albuterol. They had these little powder things, and like it didn't work. Like they couldn't get my insurance card to get taken over or something. Right. So it's just like all this craziness. I ended up in the hospital. Long story short,
in Japan,
first time ever riding in an ambulance in my life, and I'm in Japan.
Fucking wee.
Yeah, dude. Sweets being the fucking homie that Sweets is.
Wow.
Leaves this little event because he didn't want me to go to this hospital without someone that I knew could speak English.
Yeah.
And like could talk to me or like calm me down.
Or at least just be with you and hold your hand.
Yeah. So I get in this fucking ambulance, and I think it's Iji who was with me?
Wasn't Tomochi with you?
It wasn't Zawa.
Yeah, that's good.
I thought Tomotsu went with you, didn't he? Or maybe Yuka?
Yuka, yeah. Who else?
No,
Hajime?
no.
Who else in the Glow Camp?
Oh, Hajime. Hajime went. Hajime's the one that went. And so, like, we ride to the hospital, dude, and they put me on a nebulizer, and they say my oxygen level intake was at like 68%, 70%, which is like I could pass out.
Yeah.
And so I ended up passing out on a nebulizer, and I think like Sweets could, I don't know the time lapse in this. Sweets would probably be the best one to know because he blogged some of his shit the whole time he was there on his laptop. But it was like 4 hours, 5 hours. I was asleep. And so finally they take me off the nebulizer when I'm at like 92% oxygen. They take me out and there's like, all right, you need to pay for this bill. And before I can leave, I had to pay for this hospital bill. And Hajime is telling me this. And I had just like transferred some money from an account that morning, I was like, man, I need to transfer some money. So I did some bank transfer from Chase and it took me like, thank God that went through. It hadn't gone through as I knew of. So I get there and I make this payment. I go and like get some money and make this payment. Dude, it was like $200. And I was fucking mind blown.
Dude, yeah. Ambulances is free.
I was like,
in Japan.
I was like, it's $1,000 for a ambulance ride in America.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm shitting bricks, thinking they're gonna send me to jail. Like I can't pay for my hospital bill. I'm stuck here forever. And it's like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way, dude.
Shit, like fuck, should have called the ambulance sooner.
Yeah, man.
Dude, no, I was so and. Man, this whole process is just nutty because like I had to call, like before all that I had to call my mom. She had to give my gift. She's on the phone with Sweets.
Oh man,
trying to give Sweets like my insurance numbers and stuff because I didn't have my Blue Shields card on me. Like I didn't take it for some dumbass reason.
Yeah, no traveler's insurance.
And of course, and we're like making this long distance international call when international calling wasn't so available like it is now.
Yeah. So
it's like $5 a minute, whatever. And 10-minute combo, like 20-minute combo. So, down $100.
Jeez.
Dude, this is an insane experience.
So this was right after the Catch and Flow party?
Honestly, it's a good little time after.
Okay. So
this is probably like a week or so.
Yeah, I don't think it was like the next day. It was like a few days after.
All right. But you think...
It's like 5 days easy, I think.
Yeah, but you think that smoky-ass Club Asia party is what set it off?
Oh, dude. Just, yeah. And of course, I was smoking cigarettes too. Like, I was smoking cigarettes too. Like, dumbest thing ever.
Shit. That is the worst.
I mean, we all smoked a pack that night, dude. I didn't leave with
dude, like, I swear.
Horrendous.
Yeah. That was rough.
So that happened, dude. And then after, good thing that you're okay. Thanks, Sweets. For being such a sweetheart.
Yeah, no joke. I don't think I've ever really got to thank Sweets as much as I should, but dude, Sweets, thank you so much, Matt. Dude, you're a fucking diehard lifelong friend for that. No joke. Yeah, what a homie.
That is an intense experience, I'm sure. Yeah, you're not gonna forget.
I'll have to send you the clip of me with the nebulizer thing on my face. I have a photo.
Yes.
I took it. You can make it the thumbnail.
Yeah, there you go.
So did that happen after the Red Bull filming too?
Red Bull filming? Yes.
Right?
Or no, this is
that
before.
Was before it, wasn't it? Yeah,
this is before.
Oh,
dude,
wow.
I totally forgot about that Red Bull filming of us mobbing around that area.
That
contest.
You guys
so sick.
I only remember that because I met up with you guys at Kepios at the end, and I remember certain groups were like, "Yo, they're not back from filming; they're still out." And some people, and I think you guys were together.
Yeah, we were. It was me, Bosch, Bonds, and who was the other one? Wasn't there 4 of us?
Yeah. There's one more.
Who else?
Was it a Chrome homie? No.
Oh, who was it?
Sweets?
Dude, now I can't.
Was it Sweets? It was.
Might have been Sweets because
it was Sweets. Yeah, you're right. No, it was Sweets.
And then there was a Chrome
because Sweets did Tower Records, and we went to Tower Records, and he was filming on the escalator and shit, and we were chilling, and we had backstage passes to fucking Tower Records. We'd go in the back doors.
Yeah. And that's what. Yeah, and then I met up with you guys. And we're waiting for everybody else.
We slayed that. We got that shit done quick.
Dude, yeah. Our group, we fucking pounded our tricks out in like an hour.
Yeah, we were fucking chilling,
and we were like mobbing, like we were going all around the place too. It's not like we were in one spot. Like
we
had a skate trick in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
we did a sleigh chain. We had so much time. Remember?
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Fucking professionals, kendama professionals.
That was a good day.
That was a hype day.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I had like totally somehow that was not in my brain for that trip, and that was one of the best times too.
Yeah. I mean,
mobbing that.
I remember
that DVD, man.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, when I forgot who was mentioning, who told me about that, but yeah, I was like,
I might have brought it up. Who knows?
Well, no, like back.
Did that footy ever get
filming?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot I was in contact with someone, maybe like Nobu or Yuka, asking if you guys were still around in town or how long you were still there for, so we could like hang out and jam and stuff. And then them telling me, oh, they're doing a filming. I'm like, filming, okay, for their teams or whatever. It's like, oh no, for Red Bull. It's like, what shit, Red Bull? Like I know there was that shitty Red Bull Hummer at the event.
Yeah,
and stuff, but I didn't know you guys were like filming for that.
It was always like low key sponsored by Red Bull. They just weren't sure if they wanted to actually put their name on it.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So G-Shock took the weight.
Exactly.
G-Shock took the weight of the sponsorship.
Yeah, they did.
G-Shock's big.
Yeah,
G-Shock's got pretty huge. Like, that's a legit sponsor now.
Yeah,
it's
pretty sick. It's legit as fuck.
Yeah, right. Big. I mean, Japanese company Casio and stuff. So them helping with that part was very good, and I understand that Nobu actually had a strong connection with one of the guys who worked in the G-Shock team, and that's how the connection really happened and got really strong there. And then and of course what else is the connection of Harajuku being where the Decade Shop is, and that's where Nobu's situated, and then that's where also Red Bull is located. So
it's just a few blocks away.
Yeah, communication.
We've had like kendama parties at the Red Bull headquarters since then. Yes, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah. Nobu does some jams every once in a while.
Yeah,
before COVID and whatnot. But so that's what that happened. But then, like, I was so excited and like see what are these tricks? How is it going to look? It must be such a good edit. I was expecting, but then was kind of turned off when it was like, oh, buy the DVD for like $38. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
I still have yet to see that.
You haven't seen it? I have a couple of them.
A couple?
Dude, I still have yet to see it.
I think I have two. I had one that was unopened. I don't know where it is. I have to find it. I'm going to dig that up. It's funny, man. The case is like, it's made to look like a laptop, like a MacBook kind of thing. Like if you look at the bottom, it's got like the dots kind of thing, like the little rubber soft things. And then when you open it up, it's like you're opening a computer. Like if you took the disc out, it's like there's a keyboard and then there's like a screen with a bunch of windows open. It's funny actually, they fucked up the print job, so it's actually backwards. But if you look at the screen in there, there's, like I said, a whole bunch of open windows. One of them is like a little porn window. There's definitely porn in it. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So if anybody has one of those DVDs, pop that disc out and have a look. It's there. There's some TTs in there. Yeah.
How long is the DVD?
It's pretty long because it also has like a part of it is like the event, the Catch and Flow event.
Okay, highlights.
And then the other part of it is all the shit that we filmed, and everybody has their own part. There's like four people in each group or whatever, and all that shit. And I think it's like an hour and a half or 2 hours of kendama. Whoa. And it's like, it is filmed really well and shit. Like the Red Bull guys are all, professional filmers. They film skating and all the sports and shit. So they have like the good gear and they know what they're doing and shit, but they don't know how like kendama players move, so they're not like following properly kind of thing. And there's like,
they're just making sure your faces are in focus.
They would put like, and there's like so much slow-mo, like they slow-mo every trick, I'm pretty sure. And like, not only like a part of the trick, it's like you watch the trick and then they just
pull up is slow-mo.
Just in slow-mo. And it's just like this fucking like, I don't know, just like some fucking weird, like electronic, like music playing in the background, just like generic ass kind of shit from what I remember anyway.
Dang.
It's like, it's kind of something like you could throw it on. It's perfect. Like when they have like Glowcam pop-up shops and shit, you just throw that on and it's just playing in the background. You have like some background noise and it's like a good visual kind of thing. If you just look at it every once in a while, you catch a 30-second snip. You're like, oh, that was sick. And that's it.
But continuously.
Sitting and watching it is like, you got to be pretty into it if you're going to sit and watch it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to want to watch it. It's not like super like grabbing your attention and like, look at me. It's like, I mean, I don't know. There's parts, it is.
Man, I wish they would release that. Like, I wonder if there's like a certain time frame,
like a bootleg. Should I low key like release a bootleg copy of it?
Fuck, I mean, it's not low key.
Oh man, that'd be dope.
I'll ask Nobu if he cares if it gets uploaded. Honestly,
right?
If he doesn't, if it's not a big deal, like, and it's not gonna piss anyone off, I'll fucking do it.
I mean, 6 years. Come on.
Yeah. It's 7 years. Oh, it is 6 years. By the time we get around to it, it'll be 7 years.
Right.
Just kidding. Hopefully not.
But yeah, and that's another special one. But I'm sure the DVD is Japan region, no? So like you can't play it on a US
on a
DVD player.
I mean, it's 2020. You can put a disc in anything these days. But if you have an old DVD player, you're probably fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot what region Japan is. Like 2 and US is 1. North America.
Yeah. North America's 1.
Yeah. But Blu-rays are good. But yeah, dude, because I haven't seen that shit. I'm really curious.
That's crazy, man. I thought everybody had seen that shit. I'm gonna make myself a little note to remember to talk to Nobu about that.
Damn.
But yeah, no, that whole experience was awesome.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was like the most like rock star ass shit. It was good.
Definitely.
It's not Rockstar Red Bull.
Oh, you're right. My bad. That's funny.
It's
a monster shit, man.
All that shit. Is that even a thing still in the States?
Rockstar?
What?
Yeah, I think they make more Rockstar vodkas than regular Rockstars. But
Ooh, gross. They went that route.
At least what I see. I don't really look for them either. But
yeah.
Not a thing I drink.
no one should be drinking that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, tricks, Bosch. There's always so many awesome tricks that you've come up with, and in this recent Soul Legends edit, there was one that came in that I was like, oh yeah. And then I remember hearing Cam talk about it as well. Stankmaster himself talking about that Stankflip.
The hippie flip.
Well, that now different
that's
ways
the new term. Yeah,
when you're
flip.
tapping it, right? Yeah. So the hippie flip is when you're attacking.
Yeah, you're like the tama's below and you're throwing the can above it. And it taps and goes above. It's a hippie flip. If you're tapping from the bottom like that, that's a Stankflip.
Right. And I remember someone at Sweets hit him up because they saw him doing it a lot and he was really getting into it. I think for his 28 tricks later. So they're like, hey, come to the studio and we'll record a how-to tutorial on doing that. And they're like, what should we call it? And he's like, whatever, Stankflip. But I forgot where it was. Maybe it was on his Instagram that he was talking about. He's like, that's not like, I'm not the originator of it. He's like, got to give the credit to Kris Bosch because he's like, I saw him doing it first and pretty much just made like a huge, again, I think it was like 28 tricks later or something, where there was a solid long span of him just doing that
going
trick.
off.
Yeah, so everyone's like, oh, that's Cam's trick.
Yeah, totally.
How did that happen?
Which Cam is it?
Cam Herrero, Kendama.
Yeah.
Oh, Herrero? Yeah. Him and I talk about it. Yeah. That's what I was thinking about too. All right. But yeah, no, I definitely did. I did that trick in my co-entry. I did it the hippie flip way.
Yeah.
And then I've done it a couple times like that following year. So like 2013 or 5th. No, it's 2015. It's after KWC. But I did it the other way, the underway, so the Stankflip way. So I always just called it hippie flip.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I didn't. Yeah.
I don't know about the name Stankflip. It's pretty funny. It's very, very Kendama-licious.
Yeah.
It is. It definitely is. It is a stink.
So did you come up with that on your own? Did you get some like inspiration from something that you're like, oh, let me try to do that? Or, oh, someone did that?
I definitely didn't go off of someone. I just did it on accident, and it would happen sometimes and not be controlled and just be like super mayhem. I was like,
yes.
What if you could control it? And then I did the 1, 2, 3 in my edit for Kendamico.
Mm-hmm.
The pull up 1, 2, 3 to stump playing thing.
Yeah.
And that was like, I remember thinking that trick up, and then like 2 days later, I was like trying it, and I landed it off film. Then I tried to film it for like a week straight and could not get it.
Ain't that the fucking way it goes?
Right.
There, yeah. Like I did it like probably within like 15 minutes off film. And I was like, man, I gotta film that.
Oh,
like,
I fucking hate that. That fucking grinds my goddamn gears.
Just big goose egg for a week. And then John caught it on film pretty good.
Nice.
My edit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Man. So speaking of John, so like we were talking about the death of Kenko and shit. So what sparked PNW after the death of the Co?
It was definitely during the death of the Co. So we had been working on this design, and it honestly was like I had been doing some calipering on a kendama, changing some dimensions, and John had kind of gotten in on it and everything. And so we had like this idea, and it was during the downfall of the Co. Like Dan had already gone back to Washington. It was just John and I in the warehouse. Like John was having to do all the like posts of like, you know, making this post for the next batch of whatever's getting liquidated. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing like, I'm doing mad inventory every day, packing, you know, I think by myself, I'd pack like 170 plus boxes a day in orders. Because everything was so cheap, you know, we were just like throwing it out the door. I might as well have been throwing it out. And so, yeah, it's just like a couple, you know, downtime here and there. And it was just like something that got boiled, like, you know, just started working on. And Grant came in, and Grant's like,
sloth,
I got some money. And Grant had some money, and we had some money. So went with that and literally made like a down payment on at a wood turner for a wood turner, and went through them. And it just happened. It was Sweets' homegrown factory.
Oh,
you know,
I didn't know.
Yeah, and we went through that. Yeah, but we went through like some of their other shit. Like pretty much how we got our stuff made was they'd have leftovers what they didn't use for some stuff, and they'd just make our kendamas out of it.
Huh.
For our first like batch. This wasn't forever.
Yeah.
You know. So then we started getting some samples, and we started throwing some samples around. Okay, let's make the cup a little bigger, the bevel a little and we were doing like, and I mean like unnoticeable changes, really. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, like just those small dimensional changes that make it not a copyrighted item, pretty much.
Totally, yeah.
And so, yeah, and then that's kind of like how PNW really came into play, was just John being a cinematographer, videographer, like type of the background of it. We had, you know, I was the pro pretty much. And then we picked up Soma. Like that was just like, holy shit. We grabbed like a golden child ticket.
Yeah. Poor Soma.
And then like, so we had us jabbing, then we had Kaz, and Kaz was just like hype man, you know, on the front, hype man for sure. And, you know, Grant. And so we went with it. We just went with it, you know, kind of, but just not knowing what the hell we were doing. Went with it. Had John did everything that involved pretty much the computer and the camera.
Well, I'm sure you guys must have had some good grip working for Kenko.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, definitely had the grasp of how to market and everything, and how to design. I mean, honestly, like how to design a kendama was really easy for me. Like, granted, you had so much to go off of already, though. That's why you had so much. I had so much at hand that I could go off of and be like, "This is good. This is good. This is good." Put it here, you know, easy as that. And the company would do it. The manufacturer would do it. So, saying I designed a kendama as much because it's just stealing properties of different items and putting them together.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just taking ideas and inspiration from other ones, right? Like, I mean, like you said, you're changing it a little bit and shit, so you're not actually just taking it.
Oh no, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely changing it.
It's a funny way to put it.
Right. But it wasn't like a massive. Yeah. And it wasn't a massive change like what we saw. What Chrome did with the sleigh dogs and all these new now.
Oh no, yeah. When those things came out, I was just like, that's like a whole cup extra.
Dude,
like,
yeah, seriously.
That's how it felt.
Yeah, because those PNWs, they were still like
all standard.
2014. Yeah, standard size. That small cup is a fucking small cup.
Yeah. The bevel had a little bit different of an angle, a longer a longer bevel lay-in bevel, and then just a little bit wider, you know, and then yeah, like the cup edges, the topping of the cup edges, like the edging was a little bit wider to give it the feel of it being bigger, but it was just to add weight.
Yeah,
it's just to add weight for a lunar.
Yeah,
you know.
And then all of your pro mods were all natural. Is that because you were done at the where they did the homegrown, so they didn't have any paint?
Yeah, we didn't. They didn't have any paint, and you know, we kind of all had the same thought of like, let's do a run, just a straight run of all wood, just natty.
Yeah.
And you know, just here's a selection of wood. You got 6 different wood types. Go for it. Purple Heart, Zerano, you know, like we had like all these the wood.
Yeah, you guys had some good laminations actually. They were sick.
Yeah, dude, I still have like a freshie of my walnut dub stripe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And man, that thing, the tracking on that thing is just awesome. But it was just literally like a homegrown dub stripe walnut, but just a thick stripe.
Right, mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was something I'd been wanting to see on a kendama forever. It wasn't like, I don't know. I was just like, I just want 2 finger thick stripes, like across the tama.
Yeah.
Like legit one.
Yeah.
And then everyone else, like Kaz did Purple Heart, Paduk, and like walnut, or like, I don't know. And someone did just a Paduk, the 3 little ones at the bottom. That was the hot seller, dude.
Yeah, that one was sick.
Yeah, Kaz did a peanut butter and jelly is what he called it, because it was Paduk. It was because it was. I think it was I can't remember if it was hickory. No, it wasn't elm. It might have just been maple. I think it was just maple, Paduk, Purple Heart, Paduk, maple. So it looked like peanut butter and then jelly in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hella funny.
I'm sure you guys enjoyed that, and I think a lot of the community was like super excited when there were releases of what was it, the slates?
Yeah, right? The slates are generic $25 one.
Yeah. That was good. And so I'm sure you guys were like really excited. Things were going on the up. Maybe the process of releasing Damas and stuff was a bit slow, a little far between, but you were still stoked on it. So how did that kind of wither away, seems like?
That's all right. There's a lot of fog in that area. Because granted, it was like in the time period where I was slowing down in my kendama journey at the time, you know?
Yeah.
There was some bad blood going around, some arguments happening, which is what happens when you do business with friends, you know?
Yeah, right. That's what they say. Then
there was just like, everyone was just like out of the loop of a lot of things. And then, you know, we did the Tacoma takeover. We went there and we vended at Tacoma, and it went really well. You know, it was a good experience. You know, we sold everything that we had, all the product.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, you know, it was a couple grand. It was like $1,000, you know, like a couple grand, which is legit for us. You know, this nothing, just beginning company. And then like that money just like kind of don't know where it went.
Oh.
And that was like a thing. So then Grant started getting real upset about some stuff, and so was I. Some things just weren't communicated properly. It's really hard to explain, but just honestly, some like trust was lost. Some communication was definitely lost. And it just slowly, like, we just kind of like parted, and it just was like no more. And John ended up with the last batch of stuff, you know, and I was already out of the scene of like, I wasn't part of P&W anymore at that time. Now there was Grant. The pros that we had been known, pretty much acknowledged that P&W was like no more at that point. Just because, I mean, I know John tried to do some of it on his own, and like, you know, he tried to sell off like the last of the stuff that we had, because, you know, if you have the inventory, you might as well have it on the market. Sure. Yeah, of course. And there's some stuff with that I started getting some email or instant messages about and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, I don't have anything to do with that. Yeah. You know, you probably heard some of that stuff too.
A little bit. I think I remember some business going
just
on.
Like, Yeah, like stuff just not getting sent and stuff not
right.
Yeah, stuff like that. And you know, like I got hit up by a lot of people about like some of that, and I was just like, dude, I had nothing. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I had nothing to do with it right now.
It's just too bad.
It's a weird position to be in.
Yeah, it's too bad there wasn't just like something maybe more official.
Yeah, no, exactly. I know what you mean.
What happens with a lot of even, you know, professionals, players in the scene who just kind of like disappear. There's no like specific announcements, but you know, it's really, there's a lot of question marks with people that are very skilled players who are hardcore in the scene, posting a lot, looked up to a lot, that just whittle away. Fucking whittle.
Yeah, whittle. Yeah, you can, whittling away is the term.
And wither away. That's what we're looking for.
There you go.
So to see that, you know, it would have been nice, I'm sure, and it would have also, you know, cleared up a lot of confusion. Again, you're saying, you know, communication is lost, so it's sad to see. It's sad to see for such a great player like you, Kris. Like to see all this shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure I feel that could have been a trigger for you to just be like, fuck, like I'm gonna dip out. Like there's just so much bad shit that's been happening. Just like kind of,
and I was gonna kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just like fuck this. Maybe not like fuck the game, but maybe some part of the
not
community.
fucking Dama. I was kind of like, fuck it was more like just fuck what it. I don't know what comes behind it sometimes.
The business side of it kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the business side. I was getting sick of the business side. You know, at that point I was 6 years in, like almost 7 years in, or I was 6 years into the business side.
Mm-hmm.
So I was at Kinco for 5.
Yeah. I remember too with PNW, you guys came to KWC that one year and you were like one of the high level sponsors. Like you did like a fucking like demonstration on stage and shit. Like, and like you guys went ham with like, you were like trying to push it pretty hard at that time.
Yeah, it was definitely like, it was like, you know, feed the fire and let it like thrive type of moment.
I still have a PNW from then, actually. I have the one with the paddock stripes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that's just is that the Pro Mod Soma, or is it just a double stripe?
Not the Soma one, just the one with the stripes on the bottom, like the regular S one.
Yeah, that's just one of the runs. Yeah, that's just, I forgot what we ended up calling it.
Yeah, me too. It was a good one, though. There was the walnut one, and then you released the paddock one afterwards, and I got one of the paddock ones,
Yeah, that one's fire. That one's dope for tracking.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, like we tried to push it, you know, went top level, tried to just be fake it till you make it type of stat, right? You know, sometimes that shit works, dude. Totally. And that was kind of like a push on that to some extent. And sadly, just when everything came back to reality, it wasn't what it was. It wasn't what it was.
Yeah, it wasn't equaling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't add up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, for everyone involved. Especially like you were saying, MJ, for someone like Bosch, like going through all the shit with Kenko first and then starting a new thing, getting some more shit.
Right.
And like I mentioned before, like poor Soma. Right. Like the same thing happened to him. It was like his dream to get on Kenko. Finally gets on Kenko right at the end when you like Kenko is doing that push, trying to be a little serious and like adding teams and shit at the end. And Soma was all hyped and then he got to come on PNW too, and he got fucking the same thing. It sucks.
Yeah.
But he's the same thing as you though. He never stopped playing. He like would come to fucking KWC and throw down still and shit. And
right.
Yeah, so it's cool to see. Like something that like I was talking about this yesterday in the KWC green room that we had going. When Yukie was going. Yukie is a cool player, and not only because she's fucking amazing, but I think it's cool that she chooses to remain unsponsored. Like she doesn't want to get attached to a team, and like people have asked her for sure. She could be on any team she wanted to, you know. She's one of the top level players, hands down.
Definitely.
And but she chooses to remain a free agent because she doesn't want to get involved with that shit. Zawa was telling me about it because she was playing a Zawa mod. So I just like, you know, asked him about it. Like, oh, is she doing like the deal with it thing? He's like, no, she doesn't want to be on a team.
Wow.
And like,
dude,
that's
and honestly,
so sick, actually. Just in it for the love of the game.
Like, I
applaud the shit out of that. And that's like, I feel like where like Soma is at now as well, you know, and like where you're at, like, well, now you're sponsored again, but that doesn't mean that you're not there as well. But it's like, yeah, I just feel like that's a great attitude for someone to have in that position. You know, it's like, yeah, you could be pushing a brand, you could be like get a pro model, make a little royalties, whatever. But she's just like, no, I'm just here to play Dama and fucking shred your face off. And that's what she does.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and like and not even fucking care about it. She's ice cold, man.
Yeah.
Oh, did I do that?
But
yeah, man. So like with the P&W thing, that was just like kind of rubbing salt in the wound at that point. Definitely was a drop off for sure.
Yeah, it's disheartening for sure, man.
Yeah, and that's 100% when my like disappearance occurred.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to call it a disappearance, my stepping out of everything. Yeah. I stepped out for sure.
Mm-hmm. Small hibernation.
You're sabbatical.
Yeah, hibernating. Get my bearings back.
But you were still keeping up with the skill level with some of the new gens. Dude, you threw a cloud bounce.
I was just gonna say the two-handed juggle cloud bounce.
Oh, to fucking bird? Come on.
That cloud bounce. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like literal proof, like that you never fucking stopped playing. You're up on
the shit behind that, man. So, I mean, like I came back and I was real rough around the edges when I tried to film my first couple Instagram clips. You know, like I did like the first clip I filmed on a Soul Kendama was on a deluxe, and I did 1, 2, 3 UFO fast hand, and like that lit a little fire in me. I was like, okay, that trick's actually pretty sick. Like I'm stoked on it.
It's a good trick.
But that getting to like the new gen, I didn't want to touch a single thing of that. Like cloud bounces, nah. Like the string loop, I wasn't having it. The pinch, I'm not having it.
So is that when you were like, all right, I'm gonna fucking go inside my car and just do normal tricks?
Yeah. You fucking got
it. Oh my god, he's in the car. Zero.
My rehoning literally was gained from doing normal-ish tricks in a fucking cramped environment to make them look cool.
Hell yeah.
So I could get the satisfactory of doing like, 1, 2, 3 J-stick, but I'm doing it in my car driving down the street.
Yeah.
That's
something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, I started like that, and that really just like I think I was like 15 clips within the car that I'm like actually pretty hyped on.
Yeah, dude. There's some bangers in there.
Yeah. Then slowly sprinkle in a non in the car trick, and when it came to that cloud bounce trick, getting back to that, my edit was done, and I didn't have that trick in there.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I had the edit on my computer, all the tricks on it, because Lyndon Whalen, he edited my whole edit for me. Like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, guys bought like, dude, he so clutched that. Like, took all the clips, FaceTimed with me, went through some ideas, put together a sample, sent it to me. Put together a sample, sent it to me. Like, dude,
hell yeah.
Lyndon's a boss, man.
Fuck yeah.
But I was looking at my clips on my camera, watching them all in synchronism, like watching them all in a row, and I'm just like, it's missing something. And I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do a new gen trick. I know it needs it. And so that's what I came up with. Went out and filmed that. Went out and messed with it for a day. Didn't get it. Wasn't going to left hand the first day. Trying. I was going left, right.
Yeah.
Cloud bounce to bird. Landed that twice. Hated it. Hated it for some reason. Because, one, the cloud bounce wasn't in control. Because I was actually, like, I was trying to go for a double or a triple flip.
Yeah.
I wasn't going for more.
Yeah.
I wasn't going for less.
Of course. Yeah.
So I have one where it just goes ham and does like 4.5 flips and I turn it,
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't like it. So I tossed that clip.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have one where it goes in reverse. Didn't want, like, wasn't what I was going for.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked clean as fuck in the video. The one you kept, like, it looked like you're hella controlled.
Dude, I literally would not, because once I started going into the left hand, I'd do it, and if it didn't bounce right, I would not try to catch the bird because I knew if I caught it and landed it, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
So I would like stop myself from trying to land the bird.
Oh man, retreat.
That's not where you want to be.
And then I started getting good flips all the time.
Wow. Yeah.
Like it started happening in sync, like 10 at a time, it'd be a good flip. So I'd start trying every time. And then a couple whack ones. And so I just had it honed in, and it took a day and a half, of like a 2-hour sesh of just like not even getting one. I got like 3 good cloud bounces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the next day I got like 30 good cloud bounces, and the last one stuck.
Hell yeah.
Dude, just goes to the perfectionist of you and your kendama.
That's my OCD.
Was that what it was for the 2-finger edit too? I think that's the perfectionist being like, yo.
Oh man, I don't know. That was more or less, I was working at Subway when I was in college. And
we have
I quit to work.
We've talked about it so many times on the
it was coming for sure.
Yeah, I think I talked about last night in the green room too.
Oh yes,
the ultimate fuck you edit.
That's how I felt the whole time filming it, though.
That's how you look,
everyone.
Dude, that's how you look every time you went to the
man.
To
You're
the
like
camera.
2 fingers, like fuck, hell yeah.
Truly,
because the around the trip whirlwind I had to do 3 times because 2 times I forgot to go up to the camera and show the 2 fingers. So I did it again and again.
The frustration is setting in.
Yeah, that's why the last one's in the house. That was just like I got off work. I had just like read the comments and stuff, and I got a 40 and I chugged a 40 and went and filmed all that. And pissed off. Yeah, then I posted it and I was like, I hope this makes everyone like understand. I didn't know that was a rule really.
Yeah.
And the only reason I did it is because like Matt Dakota said something, and I looked up to him like, he's pro, like he's a big deal. Jeffrey Von Reven said something, and he was someone that I watched, dude, edit 1 through like what he was on like 30.
Yeah. And that was like before 2012, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Yeah. So like I'd watch like everything of Reeve, and I'm just like, he's saying something, dude. There's something wrong. Right?
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
Yeah,
totally.
He's very traditional in his string length.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's someone that's like gangster. That's just like, where's he at?
Right. Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the whole thing now, right? Even in the past, it's talking about Kenko team talking shit about sticky paint, but now, you had your hibernation, you came back, cups are big. Paint is sticky as fuck. AF, as Deal With It says.
Yeah.
And strings long.
Dude,
are you open,
I mean,
arms wide open, accepting? Like, yes.
Dude,
let's go.
no, I'm full accepting.
Yeah.
I'm full open. And honestly, like the level of trick has gone to a whole new level, of course.
Oh yeah.
But that's like with any sport, anything like that, like skateboarding. Shit, you look at golf, man. Like the titanium they put in the clubs is just better and better and better, just to make the ball bounce farther.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's something to be expected.
Yeah,
totally.
Improvement with the tool.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go film like around the quad lighthouse flip on a fresh Azora, dude, holy fuck, that's sick as fuck. Or like, like that's gangster.
Right.
I don't care how long your string is.
So there's still
that's
some
gangster.
respect. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, we can waive the string length thing. That was always kind of a wishy-washy thing.
Right.
It's because in the rule book it says recommended length.
True.
Exactly.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, here, let's see. What is this thing stretched out to be
so
right now?
Yeah. What are you jamming?
10.
Oh,
10.
yeah.
A little more than 10 right now.
There you go.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like hand, 10. And I mean, that's 8 to 9.
It might be 10. Yeah. That's pretty.
9, 10. Yeah.
Were you a stickler when you were playing, when you were on Kenko and stuff? Were you like measuring, seeing, were you 2 fingers, or you just like whatever string was on there?
Definitely I was in the 3 range.
Yeah.
And I was pretty, but that was just comfy. 3, I would go 4 if I was trying like some certain tricks. I don't know. There's like, the first time I did 1, 2, 3 whirlwind juggle, was on my prototype pro mod that I legit painted by hand. Yeah, that string was like 5.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was like pushing my string length limit.
Right. Yeah. I totally hear you with the comfortable thing, because I'm just like used to going 2 fingers. So like now I'm like around 3, but it's still pretty tight for standards nowadays. But that's what I just feel comfortable with. Like go to Sue Lab, I play one of his tamas. Like every time I just do a swing spike, like it smacks the floor.
Yeah.
It takes 10 seconds to get to you.
Like, yeah. Spacewalk is like, no way.
That's how I feel too. Like I rock like around like a 5-string or 5-finger string ish kind of thing. Like
yeah.
Just like, but
you do
a
lot of spacewalks too.
I was gonna say, I feel it out kind of like it's more like that like Zuma catch thing where like the string wraps around your hand.
Right.
I do that trick a lot, and there's like this is basically the point where like I have to flex my hand even to get this to stay here, right? If I don't, it falls off. So like any longer than this, I can't do these tricks, and that's like kind of my comfort zone because that's like what I rock a lot. Or you got to wrap
double
wrap. Instead of 2 wraps, you got to wrap it 3 times.
Double wrap.
There's little workarounds for sure, but it's
yeah.
But then you like if I throw a moon circle, like I can moon circle a long string one, but it's like mine are usually pretty quick and tight. Like they don't really go above my head. But if you have a long string, you gotta fucking like huck it way up, and it's like the slowest moon circle ever. So you won't see the whole moon circle you at while it's fucking.
See, I've gotten used to that. But when I did my spacewalk trick in my edit, it was definitely around a 5.
And that's
because I knew I'm not throwing a double lightning drop behind the back, have the kin hit me in the face. No.
Yeah. And that's something too that like Ben Harold was talking about when we talked to him too, is that he has like different setups set up differently for different types of tricks, right?
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that has like an arsenal of tricks, so like for something like what I'm talking about, you have like this length, or something like, like if you're trying some juggle crazy shit, then you want to fucking the longest string you can find on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It makes sense.
Getting back to it though, new kendama style, dude. I'm open hearted about it. I love it. The pushes the game. Possibilities have become more possibilities. You think it's endless possibilities, but adding a little extra string, some stickier paint, the possibilities just grow. And it did. What's better than that?
Yeah,
right.
Nice. Okay, so we don't have to worry about your new legend mod coming out with like standard
Ozora cups and shit.
No. Legend mod is it's gonna be just standard. I think soul shape. Like we don't do GT where I design the shape.
Yeah. Just to design the colors, the tama.
Yeah, and it's already been done.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I put in some time, took like a good, because honestly when I got on the team, Chad just like introduced me. He was like, he had like the soul chat, everyone does, and just legit was like, all right, I got a surprise for you guys at this time, this day, and they're all like, oh, what is it? And all of a sudden, like he like added me, and I was just like, yo, what up, boys? And like that's how it started.
Yeah.
And the talk of like me being legend, me being pro was had for a good minute.
Yeah.
I decided, because Chad's like, if we do the pro thing, he wanted me to be on like the flow team for a little bit and get back to pro, which I was 100% understandable. Like that makes total sense, dude. Don't want to like hop in, just take a pro spot. That's pretty weak, You got to respect what's going on and what's been going on. But in my eyes, and I believe Chad's eyes, I didn't want to take a pro spot away from someone that's up and coming, like Carter, who's been on the squad for a minute, who doesn't have like I want to like hop in there and take a spot away from them, or like Kelvin, who's killing it, or Jackson, who's killing it.
Totally. I feel that.
So like, then that was where the talk of like, all right, maybe a different category for me, and we threw around the names and alumni, like blah blah blah, but the word legend is just like the category that just makes the most sense,
right?
Because we threw around like Hall of Fame, we threw it like that, but that's just like the Soul Hall of Fame, but that just doesn't make too much sense either.
Yeah,
and we thought there was gonna be some bad blood about going with legend,
just because the Sweets legend team.
Yeah, he's the only company with the legend category.
I mean, everybody has a pro team. Like, you know, I don't know. Everybody has a flow team. Like, that's something somebody came up with. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, though. Like, they already have the legend team. So I would want to steer away from it, too, if I were you. But, like, at the same time, it's like, it is the best fitting one. And, like, really, you're not taking anything from it. It's just a word in the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so, like, you know, we kind of just went with it.
Yeah.
And dude, like, there's been nothing but like love about it, you know. Great. So that's so sick. It's good to see Sweets commented on my thing, you know. But he did say that he said your tricks are pro, pro status, not legend status. I was like, okay.
Well, it's good. It's good that you were able to at least jump the junior pro status as well.
Yeah.
But hopefully, dude, this might even open up the doors for other companies to now start a Legends team, because there's plenty like big name, Kusa has plenty of players that are like dormant, but it's like maybe someone still wants to like show their love and support for that player. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. And then the thing about the Legend thing, is when I was talking with them, I like being back in the scene of kendama and being like so connected to a company, how that kind of like pushed me away from kendama to begin with. That was what like made me go hibernate. But coming back and knowing that like Chad was like, yeah, dude, Legend, like, you're already solidified. Like you've earned that spot.
Yeah.
You're just part of the Legend team. Like he's like, dude, you could like not post an Instagram clip for like 2 months and that's chill.
Yeah.
Granted, like I'm a very self-critical person that if I were to do that, I'd like be dogging myself super hard. I'd like, like you piece of shit, you just on the team, not doing anything, like, type of shit like that. I'd do that to myself. But that's like, there's no like super stress of like being so involved that like it could kill my joy of it again,
Right.
Or like I could get let down again or something like that. So that's why like the Legend was just a way better spot too.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes full to like circle with like, why I went, dormant for a little bit to come back.
Right. Yeah. And personally, like, I would be a little thrown off if you were being announced to be on like a flow team because
it'd be weird,
your previous record and stuff and the history of it. It's like, So having this Legend category, be born within Soul is totally fitting. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Just can't wait for the mod. I'm sure everyone's also, looking forward to it.
Yeah, you got any little juicy details you want to give away to the nerds at all? Any little tidbit?
About the mod?
Yeah, anything. Any little sneak peek?
I mean,
no booty hole.
Sneak peeks? Nah, no sneak peeks, but it is.
I didn't think so.
It is dealing towards, like it's. How do I explain this without giving away a lot of it? It's something that definitely represents like my heritage. But it's got some green in it. I'll throw a little colorway scheme that way. Ooh. But it's got natty. So it's not a full painted tama.
Oh, that's some fucking juice for the minds to think about.
Yeah, there's some like stuff we did with. It's Chad's thoughts that like I was thinking too, but like he put it into words and it was just like, yeah, let's do that. And using some space using a way that you can paint without. Man, this is hard to explain without just like telling you exactly what it is.
Well, I think you did enough. That's good enough. Yeah,
that's some pretty juicy tidbits for sure.
It's not painted.
It's got a cool design that uses a very different method of showing it. Showing the design.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Man, so we've been talking a lot about the KWC green room and the happenings and shit, but I was talking to Chad last night in the green room and he was saying something about how it's really funny because like he was also on Kenko. And so it used to be the roles used to be reversed and now it's kind of come full circle. And now it's like, you used to be the one sending him orders and being like, yo, keep up the good work, Chad. And now he's sending you Damas.
Yeah.
Complete flop. Like he used to be the one hitting us up like, yo, dude, I need a Dama. Or like I'm not, my kid's broken. Now I'm like, Chad, yeah, my dog chewed up 2 of my kins. Yeah, I got 1 kin. I got 1 kin, man. And him hooking it up. And honestly, dude, like, Chad is the fucking man, like, such a awesome, intelligent, loving guy that, like, dude.
Hell yeah.
He's always been like that, but, like, you know, just getting to know the crew and how much the crew, like, all the guys, like, just look up to Chad and like love Chad. It just shows like how hard and how passionate he is and like how like supportive of the team he has, man. Like that they're the Soul Crew are some killers, dude. Some slayers.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like so they're like crazy. Like they're so like they're just intelligent group of kids. Like Liam's like going from like aerospace engineering. Like, that's nutty in my book. Like,
yeah.
And like, yeah, it's just a group of humble kids that just kill the kendama.
Man, I didn't know about that about Liam. I thought he just liked like sci-fi movies a lot and shit.
Yeah, don't let the baby metal t-shirt fool you.
Yeah, dude, it's misleading.
or the TikToks. I've heard a lot about these Liam TikToks. I've only seen a screen grab of one.
No way.
Pretty
I've
funny.
only seen one.
Some shit. He like dances and shit. He's like fucking dancing, like no Dama or nothing.
Like dancing.
Hey man, he has fun with life, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care what people think. He does what he thinks is fun and what he enjoys, and dude,
that's what's up.
That's what everyone should do. Shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right?
Dudes, we've been grinding for a long time. Let's come to. I think this show's got to come to an end. Before we do that, everyone who supports us on Patreon gets, if you sign up for that $5 tier and up, you get a question locked in with one of our guests. And this time the guest is, of course, Kris with a K, Bosch. And we got some good questions here. First one from Haley Bischoff. Congrats on Soul. What is your favorite Dama trip memory and why? Let's go those memory banks.
Favorite Dama trip? Ooh, besides KWC, because I mean, obviously, dude, just going to Japan in general the first time was just mind blowing and like so out of my element. It's definitely probably the first time because it was so new. Everything was so fresh, and like everyone was in the same ballpark of just like how new this whole experience was. You know, I just remember like when we were waiting before KWC. Right before the contest, Rick popped out a beer and was like, dude, I got the nerves, man. I got butterflies. And everyone else was like, dude, me too. And everyone like grabbed a beer real quick and was like, you know, had like a calm down beer before the contest. And just like that experience, because not only did we get to compete and experience everything for the first time as like a group almost of Kendama World Cup, like we really got to see like how like looking at how many cameras was there, how many people were there, it was just like a foreshadowing of like how big Kendama World Cup is gonna get.
Yeah,
and real. Just seeing how like it's done it in the past couple years, that's awesome, you know. And knowing you were there the first time was just sick. Yeah, and that's a memory that'll like be with me and going like all those places for sure.
Nice.
So that's definitely one of my favorite.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that first one was like the first one. A lot of people talk about just going to their first big comp, but it's like, dude, we went to the first of the first.
Yeah. The first of the first.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, like the first of the first big comps would be like Dama Fest, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, I've never been to a Dama Fest.
I only went to the 2013 one. And that was, the first time I met like all the pros and shit, minus the ones I met in Japan the year before.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's definitely always a good one.
But it's still like not the first KWC. That's
come on. All right,
and like question. You're saying too, like going first time in Japan is like you can't top like just going to a new culture and like seeing all this shit. And Japan's such like an iconic place that people just have this image of because it's Japan, right? It's like it's so different from anywhere else. So it's pretty fucking hard to top that. But
yeah. All right, next questions from Max Ito. We got 2. One of them, I think we kind of touched upon. Question is, I feel like the co was always against rubber and sticky paints. Can you talk about how that mindset shifted? Maybe regarding the long string to shout out to Finger Refilm Edit.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, we were always just like play the Dama like as is, like, you know, the harder it is to play the Dama, the more credit the trick has to being done.
Yeah, more
was kind of our mentality.
Right.
Yeah, the more skill it takes or whatever, precision was our mentality. And dude, it's just shifted because just seeing what opportunities have become open to, like, trick wise, you know, the sticky paint allowing like the full contact, like lunar flips. I mean like the eclipse flips and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And like stuff like that, you know, just like the opening of all the doors and stuff. Can't hate on that forever, you know? So it just, you have to accept it. It's what is going to happen anyways. And that's kind of just the mentality of how the string got accepted too, you know? It's like, yeah, people are going to have a longer string.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to play a stickier Dama. Like, you might as well partake and have fun.
Yeah. Exactly. The one thing that I think about it that's interesting that people don't talk trash about is the bevel size. Like, that was one thing that everyone, like, right away was like, yeah, make that shit wider.
Yeah, no one had not a single negative thought towards it.
I feel like that was one of the later ones to come, like one of the later changes, you know what I mean, to make the bigger bevel. Like, really, the only time that people really drew the line was with those Crom coins and shit, where you just fucking gouge. I remember Rolf did mine once. He's like, yeah, you just fucking lick it and fucking, and he just double beveled it. It looked like I was just like, oh yeah, shit. Like, no wonder Glowcan made a fucking rule.
Yeah, or that I think it was the 7-year, which was like a gaper.
Yeah. Those were the ones where the rules.
That was the one. Where they had to introduce the rule.
Yeah, and they have like a really skinny spike too. It's like just fucking like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah, dude, that was nutty. But there you go. Okay, and then the next and last question from Max Ida. Hey, recent, did you enjoy the online Kendama World Cup? You and Rod were a part of it. I watched every once in a while when I could get some free time.
How was it, dude? About this as well,
dude.
What you thought?
I really enjoyed it. Glowcan did an amazing job.
Yes,
I was very surprised of how smooth it went.
Shout out Coda.
But yeah, Coda killing it. Ryan Cabal and Nobu on the announcements, dude, like killing it. Glowcan in general and everyone behind the scenes, man. Like, they made that an awesome experience. I will say, like, I didn't know I was going to compete until like pretty late into it being a thing. So I was like, oh, okay. Chad signed me up. Like, Coda was the first person to know I was on Soul because he had to sign me up under Soul. So, like, Coda knew. And some of the Glowcan guys knew before the announcement.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, it was this awesome experience, you know, and I did not expect to get my full marks in the 3 minutes, the 10 tricks, and hitting it was just like a dope feeling. Like, so I had a really good time. Even if I did bad, I feel like I would have had a good time because it was very enjoyable to watch. Rod did amplify the enjoyment by having a dope green room for me to jump into and just bullshit with people.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so happy with that, how that turned out. It was so good. Just having the side room. So basically what I did is I just fucking made a Zoom room and like just invited all the homies that I could, kind of thing. Cause that's the whole thing with KWC, you know, like we all go to compete and shit, but the real reason we're there is to fucking hang out with each other and see the fucking squad, the assembly of the mighty Dama squad, man.
100% too. That's definitely like a majority of the fun part of it. You know, competing is a blast. Dama is a blast. The vibe of everyone that is what the kendama community is, like, is why you do this.
100%.
And so, yeah, you know, like, I did quarantine, man, is like killed my social life. You know, Brittany and I just work home, you know, try to not like get too exposed. I got my grandpa, and, you know, that lives pretty close, and he's 90, so I'm not trying to like do any try to cross contaminate. I'm taking it serious, you know.
Yeah, man, that's good.
So I don't go out and about and hang out with the buddies after work and stuff. You know, I come home, kick it.
Yeah.
Play Dama.
Nice, responsible. That's always like, the best thing, Dama. Like, you can't.
The last thing I will say about, the KWC this year, man. Holy crap, our kids good at kendama.
Yeah, dude.
I took tricks out of my 10 run for the fact of I thought 820 was chilling. I wasn't even close. 870 didn't make it.
Yeah, man,
that's how hard kids win.
Yeah,
I get it. You're in your home zone. You're in your fucking element.
Mm-hmm. Especially this year, right? Everyone's like playing from their rooms,
like living room.
Yeah.
You're where you film all the time. You're at home, like
you're in your home zone.
Comfy.
Yeah.
You're comfy.
Yeah, man. So it's still on KWC. Was there anything that you thought that could maybe have been better that GlowCan could improve upon for next year or anything? So the only thing that I heard tossed around in the chat that people were really complaining about was that there wasn't a lot of English translation going on.
That was what I was going to say. It was, it was kind of hard to know what was going on. Uh-huh. Luckily, there's a couple people that speak Japanese that can throw out, hey, they're doing this, Yeah, totally. But that was seldom in here and there, a little more English, maybe some just like, you can't throw, I don't know. Was there subtitles for some people? I don't know. I heard something about subtitles being in there,
but I didn't remember
seeing
seeing subtitles. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like that'd be a hard thing to do. For some reason, I thought I
saw something. But yeah, a little more English, and honestly, just like, I hope, I fingers crossed that it's in Japan next year.
Yeah, for real.
Just for the experience and the environment, like the whole thing what is KWC, the trip and stuff. But if it is online again, just like the hype behind it's a big contest. Like I feel like it kind of got a little it wasn't taken as serious in some people's eyes, and I understand it's at home, it's online, and this isn't for GlowCan to fix, this is just like totally. Works the community a little bit.
This is them making the best out of a shitty situation, man.
Yeah, exactly,
and doing a good job of it, really.
Like, hey, what else were you doing on your fucking Saturday?
Yeah,
like your Friday after work,
Yeah.
You're watching the NBA playoffs. That's about it. I give your sports person. I loved watching this. This was an awesome experience. And I did like total credit. Like this is a hard contest to compete in. It felt real. That's for sure.
Totally.
Nice.
Felt like a real.
Yeah.
And like it said that it's not as legit or it's not as real. Yeah, I get it. You're not on stage. Yeah, that element does not play a part in this year's Kendall World Cup. But.
But there's still some stiff as fuck competition.
Exactly. The competition was still crazy, like nutty good.
I also I was skeptical of the whole self-judging thing at first. Me too.
Because
in the past we've already had issues on stage with people
handing
shit and stuff.
So
it's like,
judges
when you got fucking bad connection, it's all this shit. It's so much harder to look at this shit. But from what I could tell, everyone looked like they were doing there was one little girl that in the early rounds that one of the people in the green room pointed out where she did a lunar and it fell over into her hand, and rather than dropping it, she used her left hand and grabbed it and put it back into position and just went and
kept going. About that.
So there was a little bit of shit for sure, but I think that was a little kid, that I don't think. And that's no top contender or anything.
Right.
That's kind of where the real problem lies, is with the people who are skilled enough to fucking do the tricks, and they're still.
And then something happens.
Yeah.
And honestly, what's funny is I videotaped. I GoPro recorded myself doing Ryan 1 and 2 the qualifiers.
Whoa, nice.
In case anyone, I was like, I got film.
That's
so if I need to go back.
Yeah, you've been in this fucking position before.
I taped it. I recorded
takes precautions. Knows. Yeah.
I ain't fucking going out there again.
Right.
And honestly, that was definitely a concern. I know to a lot of people, definitely the people who think hey, I can make it. I don't want someone that cheated to make it in my spot.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
but it all came out good, man. It all came out fun.
Yeah, man. Mad shout out to GlowCan. Much love for putting that on.
Yeah, mad shout out,
GlowCan and the door. It was a good door.
The door doing its job.
The door got so much love in the chat. That was the funniest fucking. People are still posting about the door, man. I've seen a bunch of posts.
There's a fucking Instagram account that was started.
They started an Instagram about
Somebody
the door?
started, dude.
What? Wow.
I applaud.
Yeah,
me,
for
dude.
real. That's some shit. Damn, I'm gonna have to go follow the
That's
door after
hilarious.
this.
The door. Everyone should just take, pictures of their said doors wherever they sesh and stuff.
I guess to explain the door
famous
fucking
doors
meme thing is that, like, if you guys didn't see the stream, during the breaks they had some commercials, and the only commercials they had were there was wood one, there was a Chrome commercial which was fucking loud and bumping. There was a fucking Sweet Snacko 2020 commercial, and it was Ozora. Yeah. And that was it. So they had those 4 on repeat during their breaks and shit. And the wood one commercial is all like nice, and there's like they're cutting down trees and cutting the wood, and they're just a door. They're making doors. So there's so many doors. And then people just started talking about the doors, and then it just turned into a thing. It was just a door.
Yeah,
nonstop.
Yeah,
like literally nonstop. Like that's what we literally. I think I typed the word door more times last night than I have ever in my whole life.
Dude, yeah. When I jumped in,
read it more times.
Right. I thought everyone was talking about like the doors because I jumped in when the commercial wasn't happening.
Dude, I was gonna make a joke about like I am the Lizard King. I was gonna make a joke about that. I never did, but
not many people probably would have got it. But then so Wood One is a big company in Japan that just makes
wood for
houses.
Company.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Any like interior stuff, mostly just
fancy
building houses,
trim, and furniture and shit.
Exactly. So that's the thing, and it makes sense. They've been helping out or supporting Kendama World Cup.
Yeah,
Kendama's made out of wood most of the time.
Yeah,
so
they're also based in Hatsukaichi. They're a large part of that like area, so it makes sense for them to sponsor the Hatsukaichi World Cup, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's why Wood One. And so I guess a famous door is now a thing. I guess
it is.
I'm just waiting for Zawa to release a fucking t-shirt.
Oh, he's
he'll have a t-shirt.
I don't know if he's even on that level. He doesn't give a fuck about the door. He's fucking on his Zawa shit.
He's too busy putting black circles around your mouth.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a fucking,
he did that shit to me.
He got a couple good screen grabs from the thing on his Insta. If you've seen Zawa's Insta lately, there's a couple good ones for sure.
Definitely.
As always.
Oh man. Well, all right, dudes. I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up over here on my end. Everyone.
Yeah, it's been a good sesh. Yeah.
39. Yeah, we've been session for a long time.
Hell
Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Chris, thank you so much for taking your time to nerd out with us.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It's been an honor, a pleasure. It's been dope.
Fuck yeah, dude. Stoked to see the mod when it finally comes out. I got all these ideas in my head floating around now of what it's gonna look like. We'll see how close I am.
It's gonna look like nothing you're thinking about.
Probably. That's if I can guess it, it's not gonna be that good. I don't think so. It's like I better not.
If you guess it, dude, I'll just give you the mod. We'll just call it the Rod mod.
Oh shit!
If you fucking guess what it looks like.
I thought you meant like you'd give me one of them, but I mean, shit.
I'll
give it to the Rod mod. I mean, that's.
I'll give it to you, the royalties and everything.
Oh,
well, now I'm gonna have to start fucking guessing. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to all the Patreons and everyone.
Hells yes.
Support this kendertainment, keeping this train rolling. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, listening to the nerds, getting that love, sharing it around, all that shit.
Yes.
Again, much love, Bosch, for joining us.
Hells
MJ,
yeah, much love, guys.
Always a pleasure, my boy.
Talking to you guys. Love.
And I guess
until
next time, the nerds are out.